And then, okay, we already have God mode. Now we're getting into superhero mode. So later on in the tunnel, as he gets out, the guy who ends up becoming the big bad that John has to kill at the end is talking with him. Now again, we're in Grand Central Station, and there's people all over the place, and there's a row of kids between John and the main bad guy. I don't remember his name. Then all of a sudden, as they finish talking, and then I guess an adult goes by, and then John Wick disappears. He's vanished. He's gone. In the middle of Grand Central Station, he just magically disappears. And to try and cover up, the main bad guy goes, "Nice trick." No, the proper response to that, it would be, bullshit. So now, John is somehow now outside the Grand Central Station and grabs a motorcycle and is being chased by some guys in the motorcycle. I could spend the time to explain how stupid the motorcycle fight on the closed bridge is, but it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. So, he's driving, and he ends up, he's like at the front of the Continental, and the main bad guy is like right behind him. John crashes, and he stumbles, and the main bad guy's about to kill him, but John Wick reaches his hand out and hits the steps of the Continental. And then the concierge, which John Wick used to be my favorite character, but the concierge is by far now my favorite character, because the guy is just cool. The guy could give Idris Elba a run for his money. The man is super suave. And just calm and cool and collected, and just, I loved him. So, now here's the problem with this. The main bad guy, okay, is apparently not allowed to kill John Wick because he's technically on the Continental. This is where I realize the directors and the writers have no idea how the rules are supposed to work. They're literally changing them as they go along. So at least if I get this straight. He's being excommunicated. Okay? There are certain things that happen in the movie that establish, too bad, you broke the rules. The excommunication overrides everything. The excommunication overrides everything. Except the safety of the Continental? So now you're saying, if the safety of the Continental now overrides the excommunication? No, it doesn't. It's just that you needed a way to keep John Wick alive, so they changed the rules. I mean, Winston gets in trouble just for giving John Wick an hour's head start in John Wick 2. It's part of the world building in this movie. He gets in trouble for that. Okay? But having him on the ground and not having anybody kill him, how is that supposed to work? But it's forced and it's pathetic because that's the only way they can keep the movie going. And then it's like, anybody who helps him is forfeit. They're in trouble. Okay? Well, the concierge ends up helping him as if there are no consequences. So, again, like, the rules are malleable or just, they're inconsistent. I'm almost done. Bear with me. Oh, and then it's the mastermind of this movie is the adjudicator. I think that's how it's pronounced. I can't remember. So there's this one scene. So now, John Wick is in trouble. Winston is in trouble. The adjudicator. So there's a scene with John, Winston, and the adjudicator. And the adjudicator asks Winston, are you going to give up the Continental? No. She asks John, are you going to kill Winston? John says, no. So what does the adjudicator do? She turns around, goes on the phone, and says, I'm screwed now. I can't remember the word. But decommission the Continental. Now, she's quite literally the evil mastermind controlling whatever. So as they're sitting there, she's turning around, and I'm going, okay, she's about to call. And if I had any editing skills, I would put the beginning scene of Jurassic Park, where the warden is yelling, shoot her! Shoot her! Like, I'm watching this scene, it's like, John, shoot the bitch! Just shoot her! How much more trouble can you possibly be in? You're already marked for death. You already refused the order of the elder. Just shoot her! It's not like it was just... Oh, and then I never really saw much of the trailers, so I don't know if this was in the trailer. But the Matrix reference was just... At this point, I was so at this point, I really didn't even care, so I didn't even enjoy the reference. It was because I was like, this movie was just so ridiculous and pathetic that I didn't even care anymore. So then now, the adjudicator says, the Continental is decommissioned. I know it's not the right word, but that's all I can think of. Now, before she does this, the hotel is full of people, most of which are assassins. So now that the Continental is decommissioned, it's no longer safe ground. So I'm thinking, okay, great. He's going to now fight all the assassins in the hotel. Nope! The hotel is now empty. Empty. And the adjudicator calls in what I swear to God, it's like they don't have an official name, but I'm calling them the Special Task Assassin Force. Like a special task force of assassins. And they show up, and like two vans show up, and a whole bunch of task force assassins just come out. It was like, this is so stupid. This is ridiculous. And the vans have like the same logo as on the coins. Wow. They have official vans. And then So, now again, the hotel is empty. John Wick and Winston and the concierge are up on top, and they're all preparing. So, the task force of assassins are outside, and they throw in these, what ends up being smoke bombs. The smoke bombs go off, and then eventually the smoke dissipates, and then they go in. What was the point of the smoke bombs? I'm going, literally, I swear to God, the special task force of assassins are outside the doors. You see, like pucks being thrown into the hall. They go off. Smoke goes all over the place. And the camera's still on the scene. Smoke is going all over the place. And then the smoke eventually dissipates. And then that's the scene. Okay, so now the concierge and John Wick go down and are basically going after the special task force of assassins. Now, everyone that the concierge and apparently some henchman loyal to Winston who has joined the concierge, every special task force assassin they shoot are wearing vibranium armor because they're shooting them and it's just bouncing off of them. They turn around, the special task force assassins shoot everybody except the concierge who survives. So, you've now established that the special task force of assassins are wearing vibranium armor. But every special task force assassin that John shoots with his pistol dies. Apparently, those ones aren't wearing vibranium armor. But everyone the concierge attacks is wearing vibranium armor. So now there's this big shootout, blah, blah, blah. This is so stupid. All of a sudden, in the middle of the fight, you see John Wick and the concierge back upstairs to the vault to reload. And it's like, but you're in the middle of a firefight. What did you do? Go time out? And then like walk up the stairs to the vault? And everybody's just kind of like waiting? It was so stupid. And here's the funnier part. They went back to get armor-piercing bullets. It's not like John needed armor-piercing bullets, but the concierge did. So now they have shotguns with armor-piercing bullets. Or cartridges, sorry. Armor-piercing cartridges, I guess is the proper terminology. They're getting AP rounds. How's that? So they reload, get new weapons, and then they go back downstairs, and the firefight starts all over again. And here's how useless and mindless this fight scene is. You'll see either the concierge hiding behind a pillar or John hiding behind something, and you'll just hear machine gun fire in the background. No bullets whizzing by, just random machine gun fire in the background. Who are they shooting at? They're not shooting at the concierge because there's no bullets whizzing by him. They're not shooting at John because there's no bullets whizzing by. They're just in the background just firing the weapons to go, oh look, there's a battle in the background. Oh my God, it was pathetic. So then John, right, he's got the shotgun, he starts shooting them, then he gets into the situation where he runs out of bullets, pulls out his pistol and starts killing him anyway. He didn't even need the shotgun. He just could have just... You go through the trouble of saying, we need AP rounds, and then when he runs out of AP rounds or doesn't have the ability to use the shotgun, just goes back to the pistol and starts shooting the Special Task Force assassins. Okay. We're now back with... Now, there's the final... Now, at the end, there are these 3 fight scenes. The best... There's 2 fight scenes in this entire movie that I enjoyed. One was after the big 5-minute shootout, getting into the cars, getting the cars. That was great. At the end of the movie, there's these 3 fight scenes. The first fight scene was great. I loved it. The second fight scene, and then the final fight scene with the main bad guy, they weren't stupid. They were just meh. And the problem was, John was still in God mode. You know, it's like no matter what they did to him, it's like his health bar was like still at 100. Because again, it got to the point where it was like a video game. Like, no matter what damage they did, his health was like still at 100%, no matter what. It would get to like 90, 95, 90, 85. But then, it would just hover around there. Like, no matter what they did to him, he always got up. Again, I'm not going to reveal the ending because there was nothing stupid about the ending. It was meh. And I don't want to give away anything because there's no point to it. But apparently, in case those of you who didn't already know, there's going to be a John Wick 4. Yay! There's my review of John Wick 3. It's just so stupid. Now, you're going to watch it anyway. You're going to watch it anyway. I know this movie's still going to make $500 to $600 million. I know it is. So, I'm not going to really kill myself or care, but it was just... People are going to praise the shit out of it. It's going to make a shitload of money, and there's going to be a John Wick 4, and it's going to it's going to repeat and repeat, and then everybody's going to go, why don't they make good movies anymore? You're the reason they don't make good movies anymore. You want to know why? Because you keep supporting stupid movies. You're just enjoy the movie. God knows you've already watched it or you're gonna watch it anyway.